In this video, we get a dirt cheap Nitro RC car and we find out if it's any good. Do you want to get rich quick? Then buy a lottery ticket and hope for the best. If you want to get rich for sure, you have to provide either a product or service of value. I've spent the past 10 years of my life trying many different ways of making money online. And by far, the quickest and easiest way that I have found is by selling on eBay. And I've helped hundreds of people make thousands of dollars every single month. So if you want more money so you can buy more toys, buy a nice house, or quit that dreaded 9 till 5, then click the link down below and I'll show you how. Guys, in this video, I've got a new Nitro toy to have a little play with. So it's a short course truck, it's 1/10 scale, it's Nitro and 4-wheel drive. Oh, check it out. Subscribe. Oh guys, check it out. That looks sick. Guys, for a cheapo, it actually looks pretty decent. Now, I'm not going to bore you with all the techno babble, so I'm just going to put a link to this car down below. You get all the techno specifications, the price, all that stuff there. But just a quick overview. Obviously, it's Nitro. Pull start there. Got plastic tuned pipe, double wishbone suspension, and by the way, this suspension, it feels really nice and smooth. It's 4-wheel drive. There's quite a lot of flex on these bumpers, which is going to be a good thing, is when you crash, hopefully it's going to absorb the impact and not kind of be brittle and explode. The colours of the body shell just really pop and stand out. I think they really look good. We've got some people inside there, look. A roll cage. It's kind of got like this roll cage kind of built inside it, but it comes off with like the whole body. Tyres, yep, nice and squishy. Metal chassis, and then the radio that it comes with is one of these Fly Sky radios here. Just a budget radio, but these are really good for a cheapo. So it comes with almost everything that you need to get it to run. So you get the car, instructions, controller, but you do need to supply your own nitro fuel, your own glow starter, and you also need 8 AA batteries for the controller, and also another 4 AA batteries for the receiver. But I prefer running it on a hump pack like this, just because they're a little bit more reliable. When you've got batteries in here, if a battery comes out, it's going to kind of cause a runaway. So I'm going to put a link down below to something similar. All right, there we go. All charged up, all plugged in. Steering, plenty of power, plenty of speed. Throttle the same. So here we have throttle. And here we have brakes. I'll tell you another good thing with these VRX cars is that they share a lot of parts with the FTX cars. So all your diff cases, your suspension, your arms, a lot of the parts are all exactly the same. So if you ever struggle getting parts for a VRX, you can just look at some FTX parts. So I'm going to be running it on this Opti-Mix 25% Nitro. In my experience, it's easier to tune RC cars and model glow engines when you're running a higher percentage Nitro. Also, the engine runs cooler because you're running it richer. And from my experience, engines just tend to last longer and run a lot nicer with a higher nitro content. You always get a lot of experts when it comes to nitro and engines, where people keep saying, oh, you're doing it wrong, you're supposed to do it like this, you're supposed to do it like that, too rich, too lean, whatever. Do what makes you happy, let the next guy do what makes him happy. So I'm going to be running this how I want to run it. And by the way, I'm going to run it in now. And people always moan at me at the way that I run in my car. So just do it your own way. There's plenty of videos on YouTube of how you're supposed to do it properly. Just let me get on and do it my way. And my way is, if you run it in fast, it'll be fast. Oh, it might blow up. There we go, 25%. Yummy, yummy. Now when you start up a nitro engine for the first time, it can be a little bit tight. So sometimes it's a little bit easier just to slack off that glow plug a little bit, just to get the initial running done. And the easiest way to get the fuel in, full throttle, finger on the exhaust. And then you can see the fuel come through the pipe and into the engine. So I've just had a quick look online, and FTX do a version of the same truck. It looks identical, it looks to be exactly the same, it's just branded differently, so you'll be able to get all your spares and stuff very easily. Actually, Jake Billing just reviewed the FTX version and it looked pretty good in the video, so I'm pretty excited to see what this thing's going to perform like. Oh, start cut here, but first start up. one tank through it like that, and then we're going to take it out for a little blast. So it's worth checking to make sure it's not getting too hot to touch, too hot to run. So first tank, it ran absolutely perfectly. So now let's take it outside and give it a little blast. All right, new location.
The cover all snapped.
How you find the package? What happened?
What happened?
Tumbly wumbly. That's it, run in. Oh, here we are back in the shop, and oh man, I'm over the moon of how well this thing performed. The speed, the handling, the durability, everything. It just handled absolutely perfectly. But I do have a couple of gripes, and I will talk to you about those in a minute. But first, let's have a little look to see what the overall condition's like, if we can see any damage. So far, everything held together absolutely perfectly. The way that it handled and took the bumps was absolutely brilliant, especially for a car of this size. It's a bit of a smaller car, it's only 1/10 scale, but that track that we took it on was really, really bumpy. And normally, it's only really the bigger stuff, like the Armour Crate and 8S and the X-Maxes that tend to like going around that track. Now, the couple of things that I'm not too happy about, if you have a look at the body look, it's very brittle. I don't know what material it is. It's probably not Lexan. It's probably made out of a cheaper material. So although that body looks epic, it's a little bit on the weak side. And that was only from the first run. And you'll probably notice on the video that a couple of times it landed on the rear end. And I think that's due to the throttle servo just being a little bit on the slow side. When the car jumps and it goes up in the air like this, if you tap the brakes, it brings the nose down. But because the servo was too slow, it kind of took too long to react by the time it sort of landed on its back end already. So upgrade-wise, I would definitely fit a faster servo. I'm going to put a servo down below that you could use as probably a possible upgrade that is nice and cheap and should get it performing better. When we have a look at the body shell, I'm not really sure yet. I mean, there's many different body shells that you can get. This is just a short course body. There's probably a whole range of short course bodies that will fit this car. Here's a killer bodies. This is supposed to fit on a Traxxas Slash. And yeah, that fits on there really well. I'm not sure if we can fit this cage inside. Maybe we can, maybe we can't. But in any case, that body fits on there perfectly. So you should be able to fit most of the Traxxas Slash bodies on this thing. Now, on the FTX version of this truck, you can get a 2-speed transmission. So that should fit into this truck here perfectly. That may well be an upgrade that I might do in the future. So in the next upcoming videos, we took the Creighton 8S to the same track that we took that car on, up in Arc Raceway. I fitted a bigger pinion, so it gave give it a lot more top speed, and it actually made it really, really good around the track, as you will see soon in a future video, very, very soon. Also, we took the Creighton 6S to the skate park. This one here is also geared up. I put a crazily, way too big pinion gear on there, I don't know if you can see that, but it just made it crazy, crazy fast. And we took it to the skate park, we took a run up over the whole football field, hit a skate ramp, and oh my god, that thing went to the moon. You're not going to believe. You've probably seen the picture on my community tab, and the thing just went up in the air. And that video's coming out soon too. Got a little bit more work to do on this 4-stroke engine in the crawler. Got it all coupled up there. There's a video on this channel actually about this, of getting it so far to this point. Next video, we've got to get it mounted up, get some servos on there. But anyway, more of that to come soon. We got a little monster truck freestyle coming up soon with these little custom-made RC monster trucks. If you want to know more about these, there's a whole build series on this channel. Basically, they started out life as a toy, and then coupled with a few hobby grade parts, we made them into these monster trucks. So it's going to be a video soon. We're going to make a few more jumps and stuff, some backflip walls, and do a little monster jam sort of freestyle in here. Oh, my Outcast 4S here. We took that to the skate park in a video a little while ago, and yeah, I've got to order some parts. Actually, that reminds me, I better get online now and order some bits. But anyway, guys, that's it for this video, so I will see you over on one of these other videos in a minute.